ebe sima ala de foy mamare ke jati lola nyin keba nin men kala saya batu nyin man fa falo de katu nyin dabo usenu dabo mu tawunati gambia man satalla nyin kewdi gambia no la ka gambia tawu alma na fa lon wala ke alkana nimisa usenu dabo la kola katu nimisa mumenti mbe men no man nimma soto saya ya soto wo mu nimisa ti ala saya jam fandal abela fin kanyim banko kanandi fo ala sa de ma nyim banko kana a felenti bi balona la moli malo bal dala nko amman nko ale biri nyin kene ko fa al wultala dakala sun kandi dakala bal be ko metaro al belo tale ale baro difen balal alta fat network ate baro criminal ka difen a fen muruta na ka be kordani sayndila yalo sun kanyo niyamu da tilibulola akada jal barimaj akoyta fer akoyta almakko usenu dabo man kan la barola ay men fo baro daji ko to wala bije baro musumulati ani hamadi babe sun ibe sun ni sun suluto sun kanyo ni sun suluto useni e be muda tab wala baro kanfa wala baro wala yake baro e usenu dabo la saya sai kadu usenu kayen na ko nimban ko falinda asikeno e fo nyindula nyindula ya kijo fara ya kijo kuntu aya sondo me betinya aya kunken yuwol bedu nyokolola akamunda me kusma ole ya londe ay usenu dabola saya dikila sunyaro ke baro manasi sunyaro ke dabo ya muta sunyaro ke o baro manasi sunyaro ke useni ya muta gambe dinre ali duwa usenu dabola simala gambe dinre ala la banko di usenu dabola muna be lafta nyato tani yirwoni fisamante yale la hanni mallaf usenu dabola bari la fi fan kula anin nafa anan marlo kono nafa men be sodoloje alla fola momi yalo ate gambe doronne abe lori ne franka gambe la ko fight wala ke birin hamar bani ama Adama Barrow bankola mabul la o bankola risafo me ya landi itafauta ya sunya ya di barola wandi fen kamo ke fan kamo barakandi wandi fen bine usen da ba funda me kuma kunta befo ha nga kordadi ala musola na kordadi ra dingala aha bar nin atar sunya rotanu tapale yatanu munake barobe nyin korna sayra mo ale barola hadu ngolo nya baronyo mo gridiri akamunta sunna nin fitiri dioteba sunna katara hadu men jiyo kamma nyame nin fitiro be na wadalla baro bolo nyama na nyame na fulola o kero kayo korna wa fina bolo nyama very greedy and very selfish person ni aje barobe nyin korna sayla ani kuare mbale nyin korna say kati be do ya do ko dam dal bar gambian kol alal hakilo tude baro da kamen fa su fol buka barandi de akabe nyin korda saylale al preso la kande kadun gambe di wala al katar ya nyina la baro sa da ila akabe nyin korda sayla ay na yelma yuton nimmo na mo ni tan ko la yuton bara de jibe al tana tanul tale video ta ne be do ko la je hanibi al toto kumande baro no sun amal lafi toto la sun kanyo baka lafi toto la sakembo baro musungulat ani hamari ba afelenti useni yamuda tap kaitandi gambi dunia bela ko sun kanyolel muyti e bankola fengala suja warambe usenu dabo jayda nga tentu nga faya baraka Allahu akbar ay jamme bondi nyim bankola kalala bin 1996 ako kilitabulu do kotabulu ala kala abe jammela mansa kunda bonna ala kalala utuma kala penole bondi mitindula ako nyi mbe jamme jindila nyinala adu ay jamme jindu wonna ibay baro wa kan kala taw kadu baro manjare kalala kala tinkindo o manjare kalala imaje bilaya baro kos baro man tuno bun kolo kando warata bi baro e fay wala ka ta analo bil kama abe tabal la fay comme me fondinkel be de kusma hay no gambian ko alma Hussein Dabo wole rolon alma nyin keba wole rolo ala kanan ni misala kola bare gambia di no kanna mo kendol lon mbukanna jatol lon foni ye la lunde wallahi mbukamo kendol lon foni lumme man satala ye niota wolunne mol bukane moy no kawando la mol ga kawando ke fo baade wato ka tammi ababe balu ko no wati me mol be ake mo barakanta ni atara mo fulni melbe ko barona la ni mol wol kalo bibe Hussein doyala ibe Hussein yeramandi kake jela fengte banko kan ali nyingal si jalo katu Hussein a tambita jele fe yala le ay Barrow men kenyim banko kan ay lo men kenyim banko kan gambe din la ya joba alima jo Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala o be nyin keba jola le kadu arjanno le fisada fanga bet arabo di dala le kata lo to tonyal kan sanji mo nin kononto abe yin banko kelo amanka be daba kundala ma koy kan bala ko gambia ya bute ya kumul so ya tike ya faisal sanji saba ya soro wala prae fas kasona ala ya kanandi waran gambia din le Hussein joban alima joban Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala men ka jojo ala Barrow la wobe Hussein Dabo jolale wallahi na ma soto jan dunya jan lakin sini ala sajo aljanno la jannatul firdaus al a'la allahumma rabbana amin alama alayo jam fandala de bar wallahi gambe din ya jo man sala jamba ma jo ban lakin sini ala de o ba jo aljanno la kata jihado la ke jihado me ala amir ama ko ma fele for more than 29 years abenyi kelola ala ba jo la ala na fulu afuariata bankora kuora Hussein Dabo fuariata because of kagambe bondi al dakal sunkal ni mo barakanta mel katara wurla be Hussein nenna be kumo be fulay al be min biraba ni olala biraba na fulu lal be min bar nafiko kaketenne wala ka al be la bante ni nyala wala ke Barrow imalu tale semon yu imaje e bankola fengo sunya Hussein Dabo fundita ama ndokota ama muruta a lotale kadiyamo ka itanna le sunyarolke bankola fen imaji al yamuru islante yamuru na renin korda lo num ba busile no ilo kita bak ha imaji ya sayndina da kolomo doronte because ida kamen fo sufol buka bara alala ko kiskis asafa yamurundi nin ko de ta do ba gambe non telebe nyame nin ko kibrin kana ni nana one time asina yutono kala nyin dulata mo gridirimba Barrow ibe malo konola albeaje MPP ko semon dem melika Barrow defend nyin ko dala kola afela nda ka ba murun lana ni atara masoro tapale yani sunyaro kono muna ka ba murun dila anyanta kiplel bani yaje Barrow be nyin murun lana aya sunyare ani hamari ba tafawta ka banko sunya Hussein ya mutatab kaitan di dunia beres Allah sungul falanti imaje enna fe sayidina kesu to sal basa Allahu akbar ngai dobo kemo bol sungul dobo karam bantan ngai dobo karam bantan di wuri inimbara ngai inimbara imama ya kuto tele ifa ya kuto te ifa ya kuto te adu hani dirsi kuto te nyimba koka Dabo jula abaraka bake bi mbebe gana jalotile bi Dabo jula abaraka nkontanta bake kanyin sun kanya fulo muta tetandi gambela kafa Allah sunu felandi baroni amariba abaraka Hussein Dabo alama alejo ngal tentu albadi mawla min Sillah Bronx New York ngos bi tilo nyin talato tilo janni wuraro dukaral nyin den kilindela sunyaro ke Barrow manna si sunyaro ke Hussein ya muta ali nyin den kilola bi wala be kala nyin talato be janni tilo moy sun kono bani sunya kudu ba nga sun kono ba ani sunya kudu ba ko wol muda tini bulola muna ke nyilte perelela wala muna perelela sibidilum bari fili buka tulo falo na tulo tara ala baraka Hussein Dabo thank you so much Gambia ni ngal tentu albadi mawala min Sillah Bronx New York assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله رب العالمين. Mbari Gambian Korngal be konton birin katon fokoina ba karaflo bela dinni keba muskaf kema ngali konton misilmeya kontorola aljanna demola kontoro mbafala gambe din ye assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nal badi malo Lamin Sillah Bronx New York terena tale bi arabalula بثلاثة الأولى سوري انترنت على بثلاثة الأولى جولاي كاروتيل تانسبا 2024 أمريكا بانكو كامبروس نيويورك سماندا كنا كغامي ديمول كونتون كالساما كالتينيان كالورارا الحمد لله data dro kana na diamo beta momen kan ka jey ka tentu wala mo na pati wala lidati banko be jiko banko be momen be pareren ka banko de woni makoy abe banko de makoy kan ala lifeo be kono la men keda alhaji Usainu Numukunda Bubakar Daboti nga faye aya baraka bake katon ay banko ay fenne murundi banko kan me yalon ko sun kanyole ya sunya Barrow ya Adama ya alhamdulillah alhaji Usainu Dabo aya murundi nan bak jeli beke da risinolati wole Barrow kamfa sibitilun alota ka kuma kuntan kuma kalantan le kefo abirikama to so called biro yelo men kalaje alhaji Usainu Dabo abaraka katun alhaji Usainu Dabo e damen fo keno me yalo reserve lomu mansa kunda talam banko talamu ya bejere pour chief justice na loi bunto nyaton ko me yalo ko abellare woleji ka pour kalo ka korda loi ji ateban ala normalan ko ibesi sabatino je amad bani Barrow yoleta ka sunya bari jambi be kontanere mbake leftara ka denkilindi laja nak ato jamfala bari fonga denkilindi dola kadon bi talata lung leftare wala be kala mo be la sandol sunyaro ke Adama Barrow le sunyaro ke Dabo ya muta sunyaro ke o Barrow man nasi sunyaro ke Dabo ya muta sunyaro ke Barrow man nasi sunyaro ke Dabo ya muta sunyaro ke Adama Barrow le sunyaro ke Usainu ya muta sunyaro ke Barrow man nasi sunyaro ke Dabo ya muta sunyaro ke o Adama Barrow le sunyaro ke Usainu ya muta abaraka bake abaraka sakembo 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 ngawe suruwa kan mamu bari ngawe kafu wa jawa yalo sun kanyo ni abuda tilibulola akada jala akafa mata afila koita fer wallahi Gambia dingoli sano ni luluo balbulu alamo alikana ni misala kola Gambia dingoli ale sano ni luluo diala wonuma alhaji Usainu Daboti alawo mari alikana ni misala kola bare Gambian ko mbukanna mo kendo long foni lumme bita badela isine moy jato yela ni fenko yela nin kinan ko yela si kumo be fama bare birabe hayato ko ya on the mind ale mo di Gambia lan si ala tentu bake ngaje alhaji Usainu Dabo
wallahi gambe dingle ale luluole di mo lani sano ala mo mari ala mo nga usenu daba nga nafa long nga lon ne bari ala ma nga nafa long nga nafa domo ay men kunna ala kana nimisala kola ala nin keno jele baroni amad ba tafawtale ye molla keno ta ka suya njetu ko falda wona nguiga bara lañi musunya rolti de jetu ko falda wona nguiga bar ñing ñi musunya rolti ye molla bankola fewo ya ataka di barola ne ala ni usenu dabota ñindula ta sotola ñindulale baro kamfa bere usene ñim pointo ma kaje ko ñindula to nim banko falinta maybe ñindula be murula banko dimul kande ñene yake ay saya dikila usen da saya dikila bare baro abe ñina muta kanko usen mala tretleti ne ya bota man sayala one of the best thing is ay usen da bo fa hanna bota man sayala sino banko kan ñame wala ya bula ay apareta ka usen fa ñindula le ya kay usen fa imaje fatu network ya safe baroko abe keno ni sayndi lale suñaro ke barole suñaro ke useni ya muta suñaro ke o baro man nasi suñaro ke dabo ya muta suñaro ke o baro man nasi suñaro ke de useni ya muta dabo jura kesutun salbasa abaraka ama ale simaya adu alabe simaya lade wallahi be simaya nyim banko kan ye simaya foi mamare ke fundini ke jati lola insha Allah summa rabbi insha Allah
Kili na constitution amra section 68 lom ako president manyan ala palaso usla ka fen soto directly or indirectly many loi mantañol and Mr. President ntako wa section ni you violate le kadu ko you and Ahmad Ba you conspired to take from the Gambian people an asset that belongs to the government of the Gambia. That is not a layout. Mayor Nkavoko, the minister can under the State Lands Act grant leases to anybody or make allocations to anybody. That is not a layout. When mansa kunda la cordality, aboko commandant la residence be janyamin. You will do yata ko koy batala, you know, allocation. O mank allocation when boy kangleti. Nyim dulani ya Adama Barrow ni Ahmad Ba or whoever the minister was. Iboita Gambian call kanne, ya Gambian call yala fengta, an Islamanta. Ila sembekero yole you, semba me yalon kavkos an abuse of power. And that is not the type of government you people who want to have to be in charge of the affairs of this country. President Yemenke is in fact in contravention of the constitution. A manyana lola wadula Chief Justice Officer Residence Lom Masakunda Kendo Mayalam Kavko senda wala Masakunda be mensi kalgola wala wadlato abe warli nyame be bunkende lola jeto Chief Justice na karadola nga bunkende lo jefana President of the Gambia Court of Appeal so da nyi George Bafulo melan Kavko iteleme na kito nyatling la Masakunda la keno Masakunda la fang Mayalam Kavko weltamo ye sabati jeto badiana yesembo use Yesembo use, abuse your powers, abuse your authority, and misappropriate or appropriate the land to yourself, and you call that an allocation. I think to say that allocation is in fact a wrong use of the word. Allocation in relation to land janto is always for layouts, approved layouts. The eligibility criteria, Mayalon Kavoko. Wala be under Regulation 6 of the second schedule in the state center. I want to cover femfe yalum cover mu Gambia dignity and approved layout in Yantale yedula sortijeto. Baratata ko natarete mari cordal bebulle goto approved layout it a fence of la jeto masakuna manya allocate la jeto Adama Barrow ka ko da jole zota ay men ka way ko da wara wala so wo manyan hanata layout olom a manyar solla jet sakura lame yalo ka fa manke layout abakalo ko Cape State House number 2 ni president ko tan sita janto na be naritala I have combattant fa nga janta nga develop nga ke retirement ko ni nyole kata janto sunyaro nada ka ko fenne mi kaci kano bari sava ko bankon ya tapale yale Adama Barrow ni Ahmad Ba or the minister may alka ndako ya tapale yale and I want them to prove me wrong. In the first place, I want to see the application, but you have to apply for allocation of land in an approved layout. I want to see the application that was made, and I say that there was no application made. There, alkana buloko ni nadi. Ndanga banketa. Isital dorong. Ibakara kaya ko maudo. Ayi palaso ko tako sa dola. Ko di mi file de. Ayole file. Aka maudo. Do no problem. Ni okay. Wala keda. Ta ko la me sa dola ko dala. Bana lafto wala. That's a problem. So that is Savoko, former President Sadola Karabala Koda South Atlantic, former President Adama Barrow and Koda South Atlantic. But we Gambians are not going to have it. I ask every Gambian to rise up and say that this appropriation of property of government asset has to be rescinded and let the property revert back to the government of the Gambia. Adama Barrow, my advice to you is stop any development on that land because that is in your own interest. Because if you continue with any development on that land, government must set me ya convert yata yake tate nung falling katajanto, you may lose it because already you have been warned. Kavoko, this should not go on, and I advise you, and I advise the minister, Kavoko, for your not that you have any moral conscience. If you have any moral rectitude, these are things that should not happen. You shouldn't even allow them to happen. Ya jame anala chafarto ya be anala lifem banko la nyawonya nene mamay government asset ayata kavka ayata kaka anal manke anala chafarto ya be and those were type of wrongs how can you come in as a government that should rectify wrongdoings? You come and perpetuate wrongdoing, doing things are quite contrary to the Lands Act, are quite contrary to the Constitution of the Gambia, and you expect Gambians to really look away and not say anything about it. We'll say something, we are urging you, we are asking you to stop any development on that land because you are developing land that belongs to the government of the Gambia. This is not an approved layout. This is an asset of the government, and converting it, in fact, it's just like committing an economic crime. It's just like committing an economic crime. You know? And I believe that anyone involved in that can rightly be charged for that. Because they are explaining away a wrong deal. Yes, Mr. President. You are going to school. I was not a politician. I was not holding a political position. I did not hold any office. I can influence the Minister for Lands to allocate the land to me. I just am a civil servant, just like all other civil servants, and I can name 2 or 3 of them lawyers: Antuman Gay, Fafam Bay, Wallace Grant. All lawyers, we had our properties there. And there are other civil servants, they all had allocations there. And that is an approved layout. And certainly, because we, according to the eligibility criteria, we deserve it. Mr. President, your minister wants to mislead the Gambian people. And I'm disappointed that Mr. Ahmad Ba did not do his research properly before he came out with that wishy-washy press release. Yes, there's allocation to Fatima Fenda Dabo. Ndimma. There's allocation to her. And I think they call it Bijilo Mini Layout. That allocation was made in 2023. but at least the lease was signed in 2023. And the lease took effect in 19th May 2019. So our date of application was May 2019. What influence did I have? So that now daughter's application is also known. My wife, had allocation, and that was in 2022, years after I had left government. So to tell people that he was foreign minister, I was vice president, was just to mislead people. They misused their official position. I never used my position as a minister to gain anything for any of my relatives or for myself. I've never done it because I thought morally, if legally it was not wrong, I think morally it was wrong. So I've never done it. Now, Mr. Hamad Ba, Mr. President, go back and come back with an explanation why you have to steal our land and give it to Adama Barrow. I think that is what you have to explain to the Gambian people, not this kind of comical press statements that you produce. You know. Yeah.